Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Classy Career Girl podcast. This is Anna Runyon. Today, I wanted to do a training on a topic you guys all have been asking me for. So I put a poll out there on Instagram. This was the top choice for the poll, and it is the steps to take when you are not making enough income in your business. You're not making enough money. You need to grow your business. You're feeling like you're scraping by and you're really lacking consistency in your income. So I'm going to give you a ton of tips today. So hopefully you don't feel that way any longer after we talk today. So let's start by really thinking of where you want to be when it comes to like not feeling like you don't have enough money and your business isn't working. That is a very dangerous place to be because it kind of, if you're not building positive momentum, like my business is working, it's going to be really hard to attract new clients and to be in a really good, positive place to sell. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is that we are staying in a positive place, that we're doing our positive affirmations, we're thinking positively morning and night. And so this is something I do every morning and night is I do affirmations. So I make a habit to repeat these affirmations to myself every night. I'm going to say some of them to you right now so you can use them, write them down if there's any that kind of jump out at you. But here's some of the things that I tell myself every single day. I do what I'm called to do. People need it. I'm excited and motivated. I take inspired action daily. I believe I am worthy. I take the action I feel led to take. My work is highest service and worthy of massive compensation. I will not give up before I get to the good part. It is working. Everyone is signing up for my coaching programs. This is the best thing ever. What I have to say is what the world needs. I believe in myself. I know that I will receive what I desire or something better. I'm giving my gifts to the world and I am well paid for it. Just reading that now, I get excited about my work and what I get to do and how I get to help you and serve you and start working on my business. Like it's just exciting. It's fun. You could tell by kind of maybe how I started talking in the beginning to how I was talking at the end. These really help me, like say them out loud and get excited to be an entrepreneur and to grow a business because it is fun. So make your affirmations, say them in the morning, say them when you go to bed at night. So that's kind of like the foundation part of the first step to take if you're not making enough money. I'm going to get into a lot more concrete details today, but mindset is so important. That is where we always begin in all of my coaching programs. So we really want to talk about like that mindset, the foundation of cash flow strategies, because it's going to be really hard to sell if we don't have the mindset right. The other thing that's very foundational when you're feeling like you're scraping by and not making enough money is that everything starts with savings. So you want to make sure that you're building a good amount of savings in your bank accounts first, so you don't feel like you need to make this sale. Like if this sale doesn't come through, you're not going to have any money left. We do not want to get there. We want to build that healthy savings. So first start there, to kind of build that up, get yourself to a place where you feel like you have that security of a savings. And then also we really want to think long-term. So you don't want to be so worried about making that sale or this month you have to make this income goal. We really want to think long-term. I think of my business I started 12 years ago. It is full of just baby steps every single day and not giving up and having ups and having downs and making sales and then not making sales and having a good launch and then having a terrible launch. It's all part of this life of entrepreneurship. And so we have to think long-term. When I started, if I would have thought like 12 years, this is where I would be, I would have gotten super excited. And I just knew that like long-term, I just had to keep focusing on my mission, focusing on my values and my vision and where we were headed and not give up. So think long-term. You're going to get there as long as you don't give up, as long as you don't quit, you're going to get there. You're going to reach that goal for yourself. And it might require some twists and turns along the way. The other foundational thing I want to talk about before we get into the nuts and bolts and my real tips today is that once you know how to make like $25, it's a lot easier to make $100. Once you know how to make $100, it's a lot easier to make $1,000. Once you know how to make $1,000, it's a lot easier to make $10,000 and so on and so on and so on. So we want to just focus on that first sale. Get that first sale. Get that income coming in. I remember my first sale, I was in a cubicle at my day job and I looked at my phone and I got my first PayPal order for a Get Unstuck course that I was putting out there. And after that, I was unstoppable. Like, I am going to do this. If I can make one sale, I can make more. And that was just kind of that momentum and that motivation that I then had because I figured out that first sale. So it is all baby steps and it is thinking long term. So let's get into the tips. I'm going to give you 5 concrete tips that you can do right now if you are not making enough money in your business. The first thing that I would highly recommend that you build into your business model is recurring revenue. So a lot of times I work with career coaches. So a lot of times I work with career coaches, they come to me and they're not making consistent revenue. They want to quit their day jobs, but they can't because they're getting like maybe $100 for a 1-hour coaching call. That's not a consistent income that's going to allow you to quit your day job. So I always recommend, and this is exactly what I did too, is creating, structuring, and selling a 90-day coaching program where you're getting results for your clients on a 90-day basis, and you're getting that monthly income. That is 3 months of monthly income, or they might pay you up front. That's fine as well too. But then you can start to build this monthly income that's going to come in on a monthly basis. The way we teach our clients is a lot of those 3-month clients then extend into 6 months and so on. And then they start to build membership sites. And so there's these ongoing payments coming in every single month. This is exactly how I was able to quit my day job. I didn't just focus on a 1-hour coaching session or even a 1-month coaching package. I strongly discourage that because it's really hard to get results in 1 hour or 30 days. 90 days is that sweet spot where we can really get you incredible results. I've even extended my career coach certification program as a 6-month program because I've seen the transformation that our coaches can have in 6 months. So don't shy away from those long-term coaching programs or building that recurring revenue into your business. 1, you're going to get better results for your clients. And 2, you're going to stress less because every single month you are going to have clients paying you. So that's something that you want to build into your business model today. Like, start selling something on an ongoing monthly basis where they're paying you month after month. My second tip for you, really understand your profit goals. Go right now today, go look at your books, go look at your numbers. One of the things that I wish I would have known earlier on in my business, and our bookkeeper has been incredible and has taught us, Parker at Evolved Finance is our incredible bookkeeper, and he's done some trainings for our career coaches, and he's always doing trainings for his clients. And he really recommends shooting for at least that 15 to 30% profit in your business. I wish I knew this when I first started because I didn't realize that that is what I should be shooting for. And when I first started working with his company, that's when everything changed, because a lot of the things he talks about is like, this is not a company we're setting up, maybe to sell. This is our life, right? This is providing for our income. This is providing for our salary. And so it's really important not to just be scraping by. We can cash flow every single month, so that we can support ourselves. We can do our retirement and our insurance and our paycheck and support our families and our kids and our schools and all the things. And then obviously give back to the world as well. All of that goes into really understanding the goal of your profit and what you're aiming to get to. So you really want to set those financial goals. You do not want to spend every penny that you make. I did in the beginning. We don't want to do that. We don't want to spend everything we make. You don't have to spend a lot of money to start your business, to grow your business. You can get a business started that doesn't require a lot of capital up front, and then you can start to cash flow those expenses. So I don't recommend going into debt. I highly recommend cash flowing. This is what I recommend to all of my clients. Starting to make those sales. Everything I teach in the beginning of all my programs helps you make sales right away. So we can start to make sales and cash flow that income and pay for the expenses in your business and then some, and get you to that profitable business level. So understand your profit goals, aim for those profit goals, check your books, look at your numbers. Third tip, build your business on the side of your day job. There's absolutely nothing wrong with building a business on the side of your day job so that you have a healthy stream of income coming in every single week and you're not stressed. So this is what I did. I had a day job and I was working nights and weekends to start to build that business up on the side. And that allowed me really to focus on the revenue generating tasks first, because I knew I had very limited time and I had to focus on those revenue generating tasks because I had a goal. I know a lot of you guys have day jobs. You want to quit your day job. I did too. I was so burnt out and I was so ready to quit that day job, but I knew the longer I held on to that, the more my income kept growing every single month because I wasn't stressed about that money. And that also led into the savings that I was able to have when I did make that leap. So I created a whole program called Corporate Rescue Plan, which is a whole success path to go from employee to entrepreneur, basically modeling the steps that I took while I had that day job and I still built that business up on the side and was able to make the leap 6 weeks into maternity leave so that when I had my baby, I knew that I was going to be able to bring in that monthly revenue, recurring revenue into my business to be able to support my family. So there's nothing wrong with keeping that day job to working on your business on the side, as long as you're, working on your 90-day plan, you're working on revenue generating tasks, and you have a really good schedule down as well. These are all the things we teach everyone inside of my membership class, really how to manage your time. So you're focusing on those revenue generating ideas. Okay, tip number 4, make sure you are tracking your money coming in and money going out and appreciating all the money that comes in, even if it's a discount on something. So there's 2 sides of the coin here. First, we're tracking money coming in. We're appreciating money coming in. Like I said, even if it's a discount, every penny that we're coming in, we're tracking that. We're thankful for every piece of money that comes in. And then on the other side, you're budgeting as well. So we know what the expenses are that you have every single day. So this is important because when you go from employee to entrepreneur and when you kind of make that leap, there are some things that you're not going to spend money on anymore. Like maybe you're not going to get those eat out every day or get the coffees at work, or maybe you don't have to spend money on getting suits every day for work. And so your clothing allowance or your gas money, maybe you don't have to spend so much gas money because you're going to be able to work from home. So all this stuff we can kind of factor in when it comes to setting our financial goals. We have to know what the expenses are in our personal life. And I can't do that for you. You have to do this yourself. My expenses are different than you, but really keeping track of that every single month. You can use an app. Online in the beginning, we used mint.com. Now I use personalcapital.com to just kind of track like every single month. It's all connected to my bank account. So I can track very easily what our expenses are and I can see where our money is going. So get very clear before you quit. Get very clear on what those expenses are. There may be areas where you can start to cut some of those expenses as well. And tip number 5, create some deadlines to start moving and getting into action. Deadlines are so important. This is why we do a 2K in 2 weeks challenge inside of my membership class, because when you set that 2-week deadline, it gives you that goal. It kind of gives you that time frame where you're going to hustle and you're going to work hard. But we can't always hustle and work hard. I am the model of that right now. I will be going to the beach later with my family. We're here in Europe traveling around. And so there's a balance, right? We can't hustle all the time. I know what that's like, and it causes burnout. You don't want to do that. But we do need to set these strategic deadlines into our business when we will be launching, when we will be working a little bit harder. I just got off a very busy month launching our career coach certification cohort for fall. I was on a lot of sales calls. Every single day I had sales calls. I was working even into the evening. I would take 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock sales calls, because here in Europe, it worked because I could talk with some of my clients in the US at a better time zone for them. Because in the morning here, my US clients are sleeping, right? So I was working a lot of hours. I was doing a lot of sales calls. And then as soon as October 1st came, I rested. I cleared my calendar for a week and I got myself like some time off. And so, but I had a deadline, September 30th. There was a bonus. It was going away on September 30th. And so I think that was really important, not only for my clients to give them an incredible offer and a bonus that was going away. So they knew they had to join by a certain time. So there was a reason to buy. But also for me, because after September 30th, then I could take a little bit of time off and I could relax. So deadlines are really important when it comes to creating your business as well too. Big picture though, the best part of being an entrepreneur is you can create your own income. You are in charge. You don't have to go ask your boss for a raise. I know I had to do that. So frustrating to prove my worth to my boss when I knew how valuable I was. And I had to like present him a PowerPoint pitch about how valuable I was and what I deserved to make. And that's why I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I want to be in charge. So I will always remember, like, when I was starting my business, I invested in a business coach. I had no idea how I was going to find the money or how I was going to make that first payment. But I knew I was going to figure it out. And that inspired me. I kind of had this deadline, right? I had to make a certain amount by a certain time. That inspired me to dive in, to learn, to take action, to set that deadline for myself, because I wanted to cash flow this into my business. I didn't want to get into debt. So I scheduled a webinar the next week. I pitched a new coaching program. I scheduled 5 new free coaching sessions, strategy sessions, or discovery calls, whatever you call them, the following week. And by the next month, I was making double what I needed to pay for that coach because of all that inspired action I started taking. So in those first 2 years that I had a coach, I never really knew exactly how I was going to get that money, but it always came because I was taking massive action. I was getting inspired by my coach. I was asking questions. I was moving forward. I was in an entrepreneur's community, and I was never short. And almost every month, even when I got pregnant and was super sick and couldn't work, in the beginning, I just kept getting that money in every single month, because I was focusing on a lot of the things we talked about today. I was focusing on my profit. I was focusing on my recurring revenue. I was focusing on doing absolutely everything I could do on the side of my day job before I quit. I was building, focusing on those revenue producing ideas. I was tracking my money, what was coming in and what was coming out. I was looking at my books and working with my bookkeeper. And I was setting a lot of deadlines. I actually had a deadline set of when I was going to quit my day job. And so I knew that income had to come in every single month so that I could reach that goal of being able to quit my day job. So the thing is, it's not easy. You have to put in some work. You have to get that cash flow going in your business. You have to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. I'm going to do a podcast coming up here on what to do when nothing's working and you're feeling stuck in a rut. But the big picture here is, some things aren't going to work. And that's a learning experience. Failure is growth. If you don't get something right, I was just telling my daughter this morning, she was doing her math assignment and she was like so worried she was going to get it wrong. And I'm like, it's okay if you get it wrong. We can learn then how to do it right the next time, It's the same thing in business. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to have failures. You're going to do things wrong. You're going to have to tweak some things, change things up. And that's the fun part of it. So you can't just sit around and wait for passive income to come your way. I know when my husband, after I quit my day job, he quit his job like 3 months after. And one of his first things that he did at Classy Career Girl is he put up this page on our site selling all of our courses. So it was one page. This was in 2014, or that was 2013, 2014. And he put up a page on our website with all of our courses, because by that time I had a ton of courses. And he thought just putting up the page that we were going to get a bunch of sales. So he was super excited when he got it up. And then what? There was like no one buying. And it was a learning experience for him, and for all of us, that just putting something up isn't going to make the sale. We have to do all of the work associated with, building trust and relationship with our audience, answering a question every single day, helping one person every single day, showing up and doing the work and supporting people and helping people. So I hustled hard in the beginning. You are going to as well. The key is I set a goal at the beginning of every month. I knew how much I needed to earn that month. I still do that today. Then I always added about 10% because I'm always up for a good challenge, and there's always extra expenses you don't expect when you're running a business. So I'm going to give you right now, to kind of close out this podcast episode, 12 ways to reach your goals. Some quick strategies that I have used to increase cash flow in my business. So pick one of these, do it this week, put it out there, see what happens, because you never know if you don't try. The first thing you could do is host a workshop. This is what I always recommend for our new coaches that are selling something in their business, is having a digital product and doing like a live workshop and turning that into a digital product. You can do that so easily. We're actually doing that right now. We're preparing for the 2024 annual planning workshop, and it is October when I'm recording this. The workshop happens in December, but I'm already making sales on that live workshop in December 2 months ahead of time, because I'm selling tickets 2 months ahead. So not only am I making sales now, I have cash flow coming in for that workshop now, but I'm also, after the workshop, going to turn that into a digital product and sell it all through 2024. So be able to continue making sales from that digital product. That digital product is also going to lead into my other products and coaching services as well. So highly recommend hosting a live workshop, 90 minutes, helping people do something in those 90 minutes. Like I help people create their annual plans in 90 minutes. So host a live workshop. Also, you could host a live webinar. Webinar is a little different. A webinar is not something that someone will purchase. So in my opinion, it's a free 45-minute training where you're building trust and relationship with your audience. You're telling them a little bit about yourself and you're going over your framework. So when I do this for our Career Coach Startup Kit, I introduce myself, I tell people, kind of how I got started, how I started as a career coach and some tips that would help them. And then I go over my Career Coach Startup Kit and I go over my framework for how to build a profitable career coaching business. You can actually watch that training if you want to at www.classycareergirl.com /career coach webinar. And that is a free training, and it leads into an application to work with me in our certification program. So highly recommend doing those. If you do those on a monthly basis, you'll have a lot of new leads coming into your business for sales calls. Have a sale. So maybe you have something you've created in the past and you could just do a 48-hour flash sale. We do this all the time. Announce a few spots are open for your services, or you have a few available products still remaining. One thing that I didn't understand in the beginning of my business is like every single month you can have a new promotion. I mean, Target and Walmart, they have new sales every single day, right? Or every single week there's like a new ad, pamphlet coming, and every single day there's new sales. So don't be afraid to have a sale. We can do this every single month, be promoting a different something in your business. It doesn't have to be very hard. Number 5, you can raise your prices. Make an announcement. We're nearing the end of 2023. Make an announcement that on January 1st, 2024, you're going to increase your prices. So if anyone wants to purchase and get in at your 2023 rate, they have to purchase right now. And you have 3 spots left. Raise your prices. They're going up. Number 6, ask previous clients for referrals. Tell them that they can even get a commission or a reward for referring people your way. People who've already worked with you, you can also go to people who've been your clients in the past and ask them if they know anyone else who would like to work with you as well, or would like to talk to you on the phone. Number 8, launch a new product or relaunch an old product. Even better, split out a product you already have and just launch maybe like one module of it at an affordable rate. Then you can always create like an email campaign to sell the remaining product at a later date. So that's another idea, is look at what you currently have. This can be very, very simple. Number 9, offer a VIP option with individual access to you and your brain. So maybe you have a course and this is your opportunity to offer maybe like a VIP day or some VIP one-on-one calls with you where you can personally help them and support them through your course. Number 10, go through your budget and cut out unnecessary expenses. Think of ways that you can save money and you can decrease your expenses. Number 11, offer new bonuses. So maybe you have a coaching program that you always run, but for this month, you're offering a special bonus. If someone joins, this is what I did in September, right? If someone joined in September, I had a special bonus that went away on September 30th. And that always works to enroll new coaches because it's a really good bonus. And my last one, number 12, offer free 30-minute coaching sessions and pitch your service or product at the end. I will say this over and over again. I know people don't like sales calls, but if you want to make sales, get on the phone with people. This is the best way to build trust and to build relationship with your audience and to people who are interested in your products or services. This is what I do for my career coach certification program. I get on the phone with people, or I should say Zoom. I used to get on the phone with people. I have done so many of these sales conversations or discovery calls, whatever you call them, over the years. They're fun. They can be fun when you are building that trust and relationship with your audience and you have a product that is going to help them solve their problem. You have a recommendation that they're going to be able to change their life because they're going to choose to buy your product and work with you. So book up that calendar, go to Calendly, create your free one calendar on Calendly, open up your calendar and start booking calls and start talking to people and providing recommendations. If you do that, you're going to make a sale. You're going to get some sales into your business. You're going to reach your sales goals. So don't just rely on linking a sales page here and there and telling me that no one's buying. I want you making relationships on the phone and telling people personally, asking them about their challenges and their goals and their vision and giving them, the exact structure for how you're going to help them solve their problem. So that is my advice for you today. And I hope this has been helpful. If you have not downloaded our free 90-day planner, make sure you do that because we are approaching planning season. So you can do that at www.classycareergirl.com/free plan. That is the planner you need to create your 90-day plan and then also your annual plan for 2024. And from that free planner, you'll be able to get details about our 2024 planning workshop as well, which I hope you will join us for because we're going to have a really fun coaching week. So you can get coached by me through the week of December 4th and get your plan done in 90 minutes. And it's going to be amazing. And 2024 is going to be amazing. And I am super excited for all of us who are going to be planning together. So I will see you next time.